Hello Nakama and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1079, and this chapter is crazy. It's one of the best, if not the best chapter of this year. We finally got to see Shanks in action. So without any delay, let's start the video. In the first part, we see Egghead Island and how York with the Seraphims planned all the chaos that's happening in Egghead Island. We all know that York wants to become a celestial dragon, but to her surprise, the world government has betrayed her as well. They are not gonna let her become a celestial dragon, they are gonna erase her along with all the other Vegapunk clones and the Stella body. But we are talking about the clone of the smartest man in the world. So obviously, she also has a plan for the world government, but we don't get to see what the plan is in this chapter. Maybe we will see it in the next chapter. Then we get to know that York orders Seraphim to kill everyone on the Egghead Island except for herself, Stella, and the hostages. Also, in the recent chapters, we saw S-Snake petrified York as well, but this was a part of her plan all along. Then we get to see some people escaping Egghead Island with Sentomaru and the new pacifistas. And here comes the best part of Egghead Island. We see a Blackbeard pirate ship. Now the question is, who is riding this Blackbeard pirate ship? Because we know that Blackbeard is engaged in a battle against Law. So who is on this ship? My guess is it's either Shiryu or Aokiji, or maybe even Pizarro. It's obviously not Sanmon Wolf. Now let's get to the main course of this chapter, the part of Elbaf and Shanks. So first of all, we see KIDD is facing off against some of fleet captains of Shanks. Now, these are not the commanders of Shanks, these are the fleet captains. It means that the people who joined Shanks' fleet, just like how the pirates in Dressrosa joined Luffy's fleet, these are that kind of captains. We get to know three of them. First of all is Pearl Pirate Captain Ballfinger Garotany. Then we have Social Club Captain Dentius Fugger, and then Princess of Borgias Pirates Shivering Pururu. Then the scene cuts and we see Shanks ordering all of his fleet ships to move aside because he don't want them to take any damage. And here we get to know that Elbaf is officially Shanks' territory. Just like how Fishman Island is Luffy's territory and it has Luffy's flag, Elbaf has Shanks' flag. Shanks is asking if there is a news about Blackbeard pirates or Blackbeard himself, but unfortunately there is no news. Then we see one of Shanks' crew member, Hungo, gives him a paper with intel about KIDD on it, and we get to know that KIDD is from South Blue. Then again we cut the scene to KIDD and we see KIDD is using his attack Damned Punk, the attack that looks like a big cannon, and he has pointed his cannon towards the fleet. Then we see Shanks gets a vision that KIDD is destroying his fleet ships. Now many people will think that this is just advanced observation haki or future sight, but no, it's more than that. We know that to use advanced observation haki, you have to activate it consciously by yourself. But the vision that Shanks got, he got it instantly. We did not see Shanks using his advanced observation haki, we did not see him activating his advanced observation haki. So my guess is that Shanks' observation haki has developed so much that he can unconsciously see futures. If something bad is going to happen to him or his fleet, Shanks instantly goes to protect his fleet and he reaches there in no time. And then we see Shanks attacks KIDD. And finally, after 1000 chapters, we see Shanks in action and he uses his first named attack, and it's none other than Divine Departure, the Kamusari, the same attack that Roger used against Odin. And in just one hit, KIDD and Killer both are knocked out, both are knocked unconscious. This just shows how extremely powerful Shanks is, or maybe how weak KIDD is. It makes me laugh so hard that many people are comparing KIDD to Luffy. The KIDD pirates are in a deep shock that their captain and vice captain both are knocked out in a single hit. They are begging Shanks to spare KIDD and Killer's life. They even surrender their poneglyph, and maybe Shanks would have spared their life, but Dory and Broggy will not spare them. They will not forgive anyone who attacks their territory or their homeland. We see Dory and Broggy taking their iconic stance to make a combined attack that we saw in Little Garden, and here we get to see a very interesting dialogue, the dialogue that Shanks used in the starting of One Piece, the dialogue that made me fall in love with One Piece. Dory and Broggy say, if you point a loaded gun at someone's hometown, you have to be prepared to suffer the same fate. And then they use their iconic attack, Hakoku Sovereignty. and with just one attack, the whole KIDD pirates are annihilated. The ship is destroyed and all of the KIDD pirates are drowning in water. And finally, we get some dialogues from the narrator. In Elbaf, New World, KIDD pirates were utterly destroyed. Now, I want to let everyone know that as long as we don't see KIDD's funeral or KIDD's grave, do not believe that KIDD is dead. Because it's Oda we are talking about. Oda never kills his characters, we know that. So as long as you don't see him dead, like as long as you don't see his grave, do not assume him dead. And that's the end of the chapter. This chapter showed how overpowered Shanks is and what are going to be the challenges that the main characters will face ahead in the story. And mark my words, from here on out, all of the major characters are going to be extremely overpowered. Now I guess that's it for this video. If you have any theories or any questions, give it in the comments section. And if you are a One Piece and anime fan, subscribe to my channel and share it with your weeb friends. Like this video. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next one.